A live look at Day Era Ballpark downtown. It is a rainy start to your morning. Showers are lingering in the Miami Valley as you get ready for your morning commute.
Yeah, looks like fun this morning. Nick, I know people got plans tonight, so is it going to be any drier throughout the day?
Yeah, so there's the good news. Here's the bad news. Unfortunately, this morning, your morning commute is going to be full of either rain showers or the rain on the ground. The rain shower is actually coming to a close, so as you look down towards Hamilton, here's that dry air. So by probably daybreak, think 8, 9 this morning, I think that's the period where we won't have much in the way across Dayton. It'll be a little bit later further to the north. So let's get you out the door this morning, and let's talk about the second half of the day. Cloudy skies, again, showers to the north, temperatures going from the 50s into the upper 50s. Once we get into tonight, though, by and large, we should be just generally cloudy. So if you're going out to the Dragons game tonight, it's going to be mostly cloudy, temperatures somewhere in the 60s. By the time we get towards the 7th inning, we'll have to see. We may have to drop these temperatures into the upper 50s, but it is going to be a rather, I would say, okay night as compared to daytime. Meanwhile, on the roads this morning, it's obviously very wet outside. We have continued to see the rain in and around the Dayton area, but as of right now, the heaviest rain has moved further and further to the north.
This morning, 5 employees at an O'Reilly's Auto Parts in West Milton are preparing for possible trials. They're accused of participating in a scam costing the store more than $10,000.
It seems like you would get something in return. All the employees are claiming they got nothing in return. They were doing it merely for the fact this guy was returning them as a warranty.
They say a businessman was returning items at the store for new ones under warranty. Some of the items weren't even bought at an O'Reilly's. Officers arrested 5 employees. They say they were in on the scam. The man returning the items will speak with police this weekend with his attorney.
A new supermarket is coming to Trotwood. Clara Faith tells us how it's going to help the community.
Trotwood's Mayor Mary McDonald announced on Facebook that the GFS supermarket is relocating to Salem Avenue next to Big Lots. Many people in the community are excited the store will be in a bigger location. The Trotwood Community Improvement Corporation said in part, quote, "The city of Trotwood has been working with Gordon Food Service since 2019 to expand its grocery offerings to provide more options for residents. The community tells me this is a long time coming for GFS in the city."
That's going to be a convenient stretch. Plus, it comes right up Shallow Springs Road. I mean, it's right there in a hub of where a lot of people commute.
As of right now, Trotwood officials cannot give us a timeline when the store will open. However, the city and the GFS will be doing an official announcement in a couple weeks. Now back to you.
A live look now at our nation's capital. This morning, we're learning more about Jack Teixeira, the Massachusetts Air National Guardsman accused of leaking military documents on social media. According to U.S. prosecutors, he kept an arsenal of guns and wanted to kill, quote, a ton of people. Prosecutors say the 21-year-old is a flight risk. They want him in jail for his trial. The leak raises questions about why he had such a high security clearance protocol.
The vast majority of people who are awarded security clearances come to work every day and do the right thing. And this investigation will tell us what happened and where this individual did the wrong thing.
At yesterday's hearing, Teixeira's attorneys argued he wasn't aware putting those documents online was a risk.
Authorities in Montgomery and Hamilton counties need you to look out for this man. They're searching for 21-year-old James Cameron. He's wanted on several charges, including aggravated robbery and felonious assault. If you know where he may be, call Dayton Police or Miami Valley Crime Stoppers. Both of those numbers are right here on your screen. They're also on our website, Dayton247now.com.
Police are still searching for the suspect in a reported shooting in Harrison Township. It happened along North Main Street yesterday morning around 11. People called police saying a man was wearing a ski mask and firing shots at the Brookview Place apartments. When officers got there, the suspect reportedly went inside the building. SWAT teams then started looking for him. So far, police haven't arrested anyone.
Right now, a local pet sanctuary needs your help covering medical costs for an animal in need. Our farm sanctuary is caring for this cat who was set on fire on Autumnwood Drive. Poor baby. Look at that. Police say a witness told them someone casually flicked a cigarette at the cat and they say the animal then caught on fire. Sanctuary volunteers say when they picked up the cat, they smelled gas or another accelerant. God, what is wrong with people? And the cat is now recovering at the care center. You can track his progress and donate to the ourfarmsanctuary.org you see on your screen right now, or you can also visit their Facebook page.
Attorney General Dave Yost now back home after a visit to Sinclair Community College. He stopped by yesterday to honor the community college's police academy with the Star Academy designation. That's for agencies going above and beyond in their basic training of peace officers. It requires a rigorous review of policies and methods from the Ohio Peace Officer Training Academy.
Hey guys, I'm here at the plaza just outside of Day Air Ballpark, where the first ever Water Street District Party of the Plaza is going to be happening this Friday. It's going to be a great opportunity to come down here, be part of the community here in downtown Dayton, just ahead of the Dayton Dragons game Friday night. Party of the Plaza starts at 5:30, runs till 7:30. There's going to be plenty of games. They're going to have food vendors out here, live entertainment, so should be a great event. Then afterwards, you just hop on inside the stadium and enjoy the Dayton Dragons game against the Lake County Captains. Should overall be a good time. They're going to be holding 2 other events later in the summer, once in June, another in September for their Party in the Plaza series. So come on down to the Water Street District and have a good time. Back to you guys in the studio. Yeah, what's great is they actually have a lot of patios opened up down there as well. You got the new Moeller Brew Barn location. You have, what is that called? Gosh, Nathan. Lock 27, Flyboys Deli. I mean, it's a great time to be down in the Water Street District.
People are so ready to get outside. I know I am.
It's raining this morning. But, you know.
Yeah, the weather's not so great this morning, but we'll keep an eye on the forecast for you guys.
We certainly will. Our time right now, 5:07. Don't forget, you can get your headlines scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
And your weather on the side of the screen all morning long, even during commercials.
Greedflation, as Americans search for answers on what's fueling inflation, why some are placing the blame on large corporations.
You're watching Your Day.
Good morning, everybody. It is a soggy start to your day. We've had periods of showers moving through. Here's the view right now as you look towards what I think is either Gotham or downtown Dayton. Someone probably say that, you know, it's one of those mornings where you just got to be more aware because we do have some heavier rain now moving through Darke County up towards Sydney. There's still some bands of heavier, darker greens. Let's take the wider view. We're going to enter what we call the dry slot. That is this area. There is still the chance of an afternoon or evening shower, but by and large, once this whole line moves to the north, which will happen probably at the earliest around 9-10 this morning, we should be about done with the rain chances. I cannot completely rule out 1 or 2 during the afternoon or evening, but by and large, we will be done with the rain. So this is going to be any type of showers during the second half of the day, the exception rather than the rule. As this low continues to spin, we'll just stay cloudy overnight tonight through probably much of tomorrow up until we get into the evening and overnight. Starting around 8-9 p.m., here we go again. More showers are possible. It does look like it is going to be a wet tomorrow night, which means, you know, we've got the Oregon districts out on 5th tonight, meaning they make that an area, a pedestrian area. It's going to be gorgeous to maybe grab a bite to eat, go walk around, got all those shops there, whatever you want to do. It's going to be pretty nice compared to, you know, tomorrow night and also compared to, well, frankly, what it is right now. Temperatures tomorrow will start out in the upper 40s. We should be able to get into the mid to upper 60s. Beyond tomorrow, we will have temperatures retreating into the upper 50s and we'll barely, and I do mean barely, get to 50 on Tuesday. I don't even think we'll get there on Monday. As you head out the door this morning, of course, the big storyline we're going to watch is the roads. Give yourself some extra time. You see how wet it is out there, and with all the road construction, we do need to just give ourselves some extra time and space, especially when those lanes are restricted.
For months, viewers have shared with us their concerns over rising prices. Now, a recent survey suggests Americans are willing to try different products if they feel the company is profiting during the tough economic times.
Dee Gatton digs into what researchers are saying as they search for what's behind inflation.
As we look back over the last couple of years, experts tell me people have pointed to an increase in wages and supply chain issues as reasons inflation was increasing post-pandemic. Now, some are pointing to a third factor called greedflation.
Everything has gone up, and it's just a lot harder for people to maintain living.
Food and everything else, it's really hard to make it.
As inflation hits household budgets across the country, some have placed blame on large corporations, their frustration encapsulated in one word.
So greedflation is a term used to describe the fact that inflation is being caused by an increase in corporate profits, where corporations are really taking advantage of fears of inflation and concern of increased prices and using that not just to increase prices, but also to increase the margins that they're making.
A recent survey by consumer research platform Attest of 2,000 Americans 18 to 65 found 80% of shoppers feel brands are involved in greedflation, with 88% saying they're willing to try different products due to price pressures.
I think what really becomes a problem is when consumers don't have other choices, when consumers can't trade down to cheaper products. But for the most part, this is just business as normal. This is capitalism working.
In January of this year, the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City said their research found in 2021, markups grew by 3.4% over the year, whereas inflation was 5.8%. They say that suggests markups could account for more than half of the inflation that year.
Consumers just aren't willing to pay the higher prices. So I think we're starting to see the trend now. It's going to be much more difficult for these companies to continue to increase prices.
Corporate profits fell 2% in the fourth quarter of last year compared to a 0% drop in the third quarter, according to the Bureau of Economic Analysis. Reporting for the National Desk, I'm Dee Gatton.
5:16 is our time right now, studying selfies. Just ahead, the new study put out by Ohio State and what researchers found about snapping a pic.
You're watching Your Day.
Welcome back to Your Day, where we celebrate your pets. In this case, completely random selection. So the way it works here is either myself or our digital producer Josh picks a dog of the day. Today is Meyer, and we found out that Tammy happens to be the mother of one of our production assistants here. Again, we don't try and choose people unless, they have a great photo too. But this was too cute to pass up. And supposedly, now this is kind of an interesting one. This dog, Meyer, has a boyfriend named Oscar. I'm not sure how this dog has a boyfriend when it chews its own foot, but alas, that's not for me to decide. Today will be partly to mostly cloudy with temperatures somewhere in the 60s. As we get into the afternoon, it is conceivable that there's 1 or 2 showers somewhere in the area, but by and large, that is going to be not a big ordeal, and frankly, a lot of us will stay dry once we get past this morning. Of course, this morning we are dealing with all the rain, so while I have green paws across the board, it's worth pointing out that any earlier than, let's say, 10 a.m., we're probably talking about yellow paws or a lot of muddy paws, and that goes ditto for your morning commute, where it is quite sopping wet this morning. We're dealing with all that rain from overnight. There was probably some areas that got more than a ½ an inch of rainfall, especially those that picked it up for a couple of hours. So if you are traveling, give yourself some extra time and space.
Coming up this week on Full Measure with Cheryl Atkinson, should pharmacists have the power to block patients from getting legally prescribed drugs? Just one of the many questions lingering after the COVID pandemic. People were prescribed the anti-parasitic drug ivermectin for COVID, but many doctors and studies said it offered promising results, even though other studies and public health officials said it did not and could even be dangerous. Minnesota resident Bill Salyer found local pharmacies refusing to fill his prescription when he was seriously ill with COVID.
To have that denied, especially when our physician contacted them directly and said, this is the correct prescription, this is the correct dosage, you need to fill this for my patient, and no was the answer. I won't do this. In fact, it even ended up with our doctor becoming more firm and saying, no, you need to fill this, and the pharmacist at Walmart hung up on her.
Find out what Salyer did after the prescription was blocked on this week's Full Measure with Cheryl Atkinson. You can watch Full Measure with Cheryl Atkinson this Sunday at 7:30 right here on ABC 22 or at 10 o'clock on our sister station, Fox 45.
Eli Lilly's weight loss drug Mounjaro showed participants in clinical trials lost about 20% of their body weight, which was unprecedented. Now, the drug is approved for diabetes, but not yet for weight loss. And in the company's earnings report today, Lilly anticipates the drug will be fully approved from the FDA by the end of this year. Well, Amazon shut down the Halo division and discontinued all of the devices. The original Halo band was a bare-bones fitness tracker that launched in 2020. It has not recently been able to compete with other fitness wearables, though. And heart disease is the leading killer of men and women worldwide, according to the World Health Organization. But there are ways to significantly reduce your risk. The best diet, according to the American Heart Association, is the DASH diet, which was 100% aligned with the American Heart Association goals for heart-healthy eating. DASH stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension. High blood pressure is a major contributor to heart disease and stroke. From the NASDAQ market site, I'm Jane King. Here's your health.
Ohio State researchers have put out a new study shedding light on the deeper meaning behind selfies. OSU analyzed 6 studies involving 2,100 people. They found people did not whip out their phones to take self-portraits only for vanity or for self-promotion, even if they were doing it for social media. The researchers gave the example of someone at the beach with a friend. They say taking a photo of the ocean can capture the physical experience of a beautiful and relaxing day, but taking a selfie together captures the bigger meaning of spending time with a friend.
Well, that's kind of interesting. I mean, like, do you guys, when you take your selfies, or how many selfies do you take? I don't know.
I suck at taking selfies.
What, you don't like
taking selfies?
I only take selfies if I'm like with my kids.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I only really take selfies either here or when I'm with like family.
Yeah.
I think I take selfies in the bathroom. You know, just got to have that bathroom mirror selfie game on.
No, you do not. No, you don't.
You want to check my phone?
No, I don't. No, I don't. Yeah. Let's see Nick's Tinder profile full of mirror selfies and.
No wonder why I'm single.
Yeah, I don't know. Selfies are an interesting thing, but you see it all the time. People out and about. I love catching people while they're taking a selfie out in public, and just like they look at you and then they feel ashamed instantly.
You ever walk by and you're just like purposely just look into their camera?
Photobomb it?
Oh my God! And you got to stare your eyes stare through their soul through the camera.
We should take a your day selfie right now.
Right in this moment? Okay, let's do a your day selfie right now. All right, guys, smile. We'll post that up on Facebook. Go check it out. Our time right now, 5:24. Still to come this morning, a live look at Day Air Ballpark. The Dragons falling last night 2-1, but there's a party at the Plaza tonight, plus some more baseball. Ahead, Nick has your personalized forecast.
And the pick is in. Just ahead, Matt Digby looks back at the first round of the NFL draft and a big night for the Buckeyes.
In today's Tech Bites, PlayStation VR 2 is headed to retailers. Right now, the pricey headset is only available directly through Sony. Reports say it will be in stores sometime next month, but nothing is confirmed. Also, no word on where the headsets will be sold. Next, Microsoft's new Phone Link for iOS feature lets iPhone users connect their phones to Windows 11 PCs. The company says it provides basic iOS support for calls, messages, and access to contacts. All Windows 11 customers should have access to the feature by mid-May. And YouTube Music has officially rolled out podcasts on all of its platforms. Now users will be able to start listening on the main app, then continue on YouTube Music. The podcast will be available regardless of whether a listener has a YouTube Premium subscription. I hear podcasts from piano players are flawless. They never commit a major error. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
Meet the outdoorsies. Wayfair's outdoor deal experts. The gardener goes to Wayfair for gardening basics that aren't so basic. The entertainer. Her place might look expensive. Don't let it fool you. And me, the lounger. I get just what I need with a tap on the Wayfair app. Get outdoorsy for way less at Wayfair.
Wayfair, you've got just what I need. Want luxury hair repair that doesn't cost $50? Pantene's Pro Vitamin Formula repairs hair, as well as the leading luxury bonding treatment for softness and resilience without the price tag. If you know it's Pantene.
It's time for a new kind of diamond. The You're Always There For Me diamond. The You're My Inspiration diamond. The diamond that honors every side of her. Diamonds by Pandora. Exquisitely beautiful, lab-created diamonds.
Bellbrook Sugar Creek's Board of Education under fire this morning after saying the schools will no longer protect students from bullying based on sexual orientation and gender identity.
Gwyneth Falloon was at the heated meeting and has the community fall out.
Board members voted to approve the change to their anti-discrimination policy, removing sexual orientation and gender identity from its anti-harassment policy.
This is what the policy looked like prior to the changes made last night. Those words in parentheses have now been taken out.
I feel just like devastated for my future at this high school and for the upcoming students who are gonna follow in my footsteps. They said that they listened to our claims, but what they said afterwards in their discussion completely said otherwise.
The board argues the previous policy was too broad and the change does not reduce the safety of students.
Our board policy, I find, is overly broad and in generality, and it doesn't properly summarize the law as it applies to our district in all circumstances.
Just before the nearly 5-hour-long meeting adjourned, the board made one last motion to revise their policy to further clarify the intent of the board to protect specific populations. But some parents say that doesn't restore their confidence in their school board.
Until they can accept those words and what they mean to my student, the other students who we love and care for in our district, then I don't have any confidence that any further speaking to their amendments is going to make a difference.
We will continue to follow this story and bring you the latest information on air and online as soon as it becomes available.
Reporting in Bellbrook, I'm Gwyneth Falloon.
Still dealing with some showers this morning, although the heaviest of the rain has started to move out of the area. Still some rather intense rainfall. Northern part of Darke County moving in towards the greater Salina area. Auglaize County as well. Sydney could catch a couple of showers. As for this morning, that's probably your biggest concern. Other than that, we should just be cloudy once you get towards, I would say, 7, 8, 9, 10. Somewhere in that ballpark, we will see from south to north those cloudy skies move in as opposed to the heavy-duty rain showers. Now, if you're going to the baseball game tonight, of course, we've got party at the Plaza. First pitch somewhere low to mid-60s, maybe even a couple of temperatures in the upper 50s during the early innings. By the 7th inning, we should be in the upper 50s and crashing throughout the latter stages of the game. So perhaps a jacket will be needed. As for traffic this morning, you're going to need the umbrella and also maybe double-check your windshield wipers. As of right now, we don't have any incidents on 75, but there is one on Alex Bell Road at Ohio 48, Far Hills Ave. So if that's part of your morning commute, give yourself some extra time.
With the second pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select C.J. Stroud, quarterback, Ohio State.
A dream come true for former Ohio State Buckeye C.J. Stroud during the first round of the NFL Draft. Matt Digby recaps a huge night for the Scarlet and Gray.
Good morning. I'm Matt Digby with a look at sports. The NFL Draft beginning last night in Kansas City. Over the last few days, there was some talk that Ohio State quarterback C.J. Stroud would fall well down the draft board. Well, all that talk turned out to be just talk. Stroud going second overall to the Houston Texans after Carolina took Alabama's Bryce Young with the first pick. CJ is the highest drafted quarterback in OSU history. Paris Johnson Jr. going 6th overall to the Arizona Cardinals, and wide receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba going 20th overall to the Seahawks. More Buckeyes likely to be selected tonight or tomorrow. Cincinnati Bengals had the 28th overall pick. They chose defensive end Myles Murphy out of Clemson. He was a first-team All-ACC selection last year after playing in 13 games. He was a second-team selection with the Tigers in 2021. Now, this is the second straight draft that the Bengals have taken a defensive player in the first round after Dax Hill last year. Cincinnati will have the 60th overall pick in round 2 tonight and also the 92nd pick in round 3. That'll do it for sports. I'm Matt Digby.
And tonight, coverage of the second and third round can be found right here on ABC 22 with the 33rd pick starting at 7.
Riverside police taking to Facebook right now. They need your help identifying the men you see here. I'm going to pull up the pictures so you can see. Police say they're involved with a break-in at T-Force Freight on Valley Street. Now they say that, let me go to the other one right here. There we go. They say the men stole more than $200,000 worth of materials. If you have any information, you can call Riverside Police. That number is right now at the bottom of your screen.
New video from the Ohio State Highway Patrol shows the dangers of distracted driving. Take a look at this dash cam video right here. You can actually see this part circled. And that's the driver on the phone as they drift into the other lane. Now, this comes just weeks after Ohio's distracted driving law went into effect. Now, OSHP says since 2018, they've seen nearly 63,000 distracted driving crashes. Unfortunately, over 1,800 of those caused a serious injury or death. As people adjust to the new law, OSHP is continuing their distracted driving campaign. And right now, troopers are giving out warnings to anyone seen holding their phone while behind the wheel. The warning period ends October 5th. If you're pulled over after that, police will ticket you. You face a $150 fine and get 2 points on your license.
Today, you can have a chance to win some great pieces of art. The Contemporary Dayton is holding an auction fundraiser. It starts at 6 this evening at the Dayton Arcade Rotunda. You can buy more than 1,400 original works of art from Dayton-based artists. Tickets start at $75 for members and $90 for non-members. You can get yours now at codayton.org/auction.
Tonight kicks off the Spring Fling in Greene County. They're starting with a silent auction, appetizers and dinner tonight at the Fairgrounds and Expo Center. Good Day Dayton's Tage Joshi is the MC. Tickets are $90 and on sale right now. All proceeds benefit the Family Violence Prevention Center of Greene County. And of course, tomorrow in downtown Xenia, the Spring Fling celebration is in full swing. Head out at noon for some family-friendly fun like carnival games, a petting zoo, food trucks, and more. Yeah, food truck season.
And the weather seems like it should be decent this weekend, so.
Hey, you know what? Sign me up. I'm glad that festival season is back.
Oh my gosh, same.
I'm here
so
for
excited. Absolutely. Our time right now is 5:36. Don't forget you can get your headlines scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
And your weather right here on the side of your screen all morning long, even during commercials.
Fire crews stepping up and saving a life. Just ahead, Adam Arrow highlights their heroics and how they're being honored.
And don't stop the music. It's a new music alert. Just ahead, Rihanna's big announcement and the new job she's taking on.
You're watching Your Day. not hesitating to save a life. Fire crews from Dayton and Harrison Township did that and more recently.
That's why, as Adam Merrill shows us, they're all hometown heroes.
Back on March 29th, a fire broke out in an apartment on Valerie Arms Drive in Harrison Township. When fire crews from Dayton and Harrison Township got there, there was heavy smoke coming from that home. Crews rushed in. They found a man unconscious inside. Now, firefighters from Harrison Township Station 94 and Dayton Fire Medic 14 Platoon 2, they quickly went to work. Their efforts saved his life. And recently, that man you see right there got to meet those life-saving crews again to thank them. All of those crews got special recognition for their heroic efforts that morning. Premier Health even awarding those Harrison Township firefighters this pin, as well as a coin, as part of their trauma recognition program. Now, Dayton fire crews, they also got a big recognition as well for their efforts, a paramedic and an EMT. I think these firefighters, EMTs, and paramedics, they epitomize what it means to be a hometown hero. So I want to personally thank all of them for their unwavering service.
If you know someone that's a hometown hero, please let us know. Grab your phone and scan the QR code.
You can chime in your submission through our app. We just need a description of why they're a hometown hero and a few pictures or video.
Good morning. Here's what it looks like as you gear up for your day. The showers exit stage north as we get into the mid part of the morning, latter stages of the morning. We may actually get a significant drier period. Once we do get in the afternoon, we'll have to watch. Based on the way the low is spinning, there could be a couple of showers out to the east. I do think that these will likely become thunderstorms more towards Columbus. In terms of our weather locally, there could be an isolated shower that does develop. Frankly, a lot of this will just be some cloudy skies, and it'll be, frankly, damp and dank outside, even as we get into tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, about 50 degrees to kick off your morning, into the 60s. Here comes more showers as we get into Saturday night. Saturday night, though, not only is it showers, but it's much, much cooler temperatures. And in fact, for Sunday, it is going to turn substantially cooler with highs in the upper 50s, and we'll be around 40s and 50s for early next week. So you two this morning probably waking up, having to run out. If you forgot the umbrella, hi, I do it too. You know, despite everything, I still go, oh yeah, I should have put the umbrella in the car last night.
I keep mine in my car.
I don't have an umbrella, and I just race to see how fast I can get inside without getting wet.
Oh, really?
I can just see you speeding in the parking lot.
I was about to say, like, I would have paid to see this, like, Nathan just wind sprinting through the parking lot. I literally
duck my head down and run like this. Like I'm like, let's go inside as fast as I can. It's definitely super lame, but.
Wow.
I'm trying to remember the music video that you look like. You look like the Take On Me video.
I'm just rolling out like Quasimodo running through the square and, you know, trying to avoid each raindrop. Anyways, our time right now. That's a great
There are
visual,
people that would pay to see that.
Yeah.
I got $2.
I'll take it.
5:43, more money, more problems. Amazon turning heads in the first quarter. Just ahead, the profits turned in and the jobs cut along the way.
You're watching Your Day.
Dozens of people are sick after a bacterial outbreak at a Seattle area hospital. It appears to have been going on for months. The Virginia Mason Medical Center is reporting 31 confirmed cases since October. They identified the most recent case April 3rd. The medical center it's notified and treated patients who tested positive for the Klebsiella bacteria. Health officials there say the risk of transmission is extremely low for patients. The agency says patients may be exposed to the bacteria through person-to-person contact or ventilators.
Now, the start of 2023 has been good for online retailer Amazon, but not as good for thousands of its workers. Now, the e-commerce giant reported a profit of $3.2 billion in its first quarter. That's a huge jump from the losses it took a year ago and also exceeds expectations from analysts. But the news comes as Amazon lays off thousands of workers and it ramps up cost-cutting measures. Back in March, Amazon said it would cut 9,000 jobs. In January, they said they were eliminating some 18,000 positions.
We are looking at a morning where, there's a little bit of showers still in the area, in the Dayton area, but we're starting to get some drier air moving in. And because of that, I think a lot of this rain threat will start to leave here over the next, let's say, 3-4 hours. And maybe for some of us, it has pretty much ended. Hamilton in particular could be about done with the heavy duty rain. Meanwhile, the heaviest rain still to the north up around the Fort Wayne area. This is going to spin around a little bit and then move through overnight tonight. Really not expecting much in the way of rain for the second half day. Good news for anybody heading out to the Out on 5th. Of course, that's the real event where you can get outside, walk around, and the last thing you really want during this is there to be on again, off again showers or frankly cold weather. I think we'll be in the mid 60s, but there may be an isolated shower somewhere in the ballpark. Well, not literally, but figuratively speaking, in this area. Temperatures will retreat into the 50s overnight. We should be ending up around, let's say, 49, 50 for tomorrow morning. So it's a somewhat fall and then a stall as opposed to a complete collapse of temperatures. We'll be actually into the mid to upper 60s for tomorrow. So by and large, tomorrow, a warmer day, but here's that threat of late showers. It's mainly an overnight threat. So for your day today, it's not that bad. For tomorrow, it's also not that bad, but both days do feature some chances of wet weather. We will be getting more wet weather on Sunday, Monday, and perhaps even as late as Tuesday. By Wednesday into Thursday, we should be getting drier and also milder. As for this morning's commute, obviously we're dealing with the wet weather across the area, so this could be a little bit more of a problem for your morning commute. If you are traveling 75, 675, okay right now, but as traffic starts to pick up, we really need to just make sure that we are staying a little bit more aware out there.
5:40.
Oh, Jinx, owe me a Coke. Our time right now, 5:48, still to come.
Caught on camera, move, get out the way.
Good Lord.
In minutes, a wild video from a senior prank gone wrong.
Yeah, no kidding. You're watching Your Day.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Ed Sheeran back on the witness stand at his copyright infringement trial. The pop star brought his guitar, briefly playing the chord progression he's accused of copying for his Grammy-winning song, Thinking Out Loud.
Darling, I will be loving you till we're 70. Let's get it on. Let's get it on.
At the trial, Let's Get It On was called the perfect song for that moment. But Sheeran testified he wrote his song after a grandparent died, as a testament to love at an advanced age. And he said he wrote it in a day, hardly time to think about copying a common chord progression. We'll be live from the courthouse coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Aaron Katursky, ABC News, New York.
Martial arts is my passion.
I work out whenever I can.
But with my moderate to severe eczema, it can be tough.
My skin was so uncomfortable.
The itching was so bad.
Now I'm staying ahead of my eczema.
There's a power inside all of us to live our passion. And Dupixent works on the inside to help heal your skin from within. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema, so adults can have long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor.
Healing from within is a powerful thing.
Ask your eczema specialist how Dupixent can help heal your skin from within.
The Dayton 24/7 Now News app, brought to you by the Jeff Schmidt Auto Group.
Good morning and welcome to the Watson's Weather Patio, where this morning it is pretty wet out here. I'm not going to lie, this is probably one of the wetter mornings that we have seen. However, a lot of the rain has exited out of the area. What we're dealing with here in Miamisburg is more just some scattered drizzle, very light rain showers, and I think this is going to continue to taper off as we get into the probably the mid to latter stages of the morning hours. So it's not too much longer before a lot of the rain will have exited out of the complete Miami Valley. Either way, though, we're still going to have to deal with the wet roads and obviously the wet grass and maybe some muddy areas for the kids or for the pets, especially those that may be outside before their bus stop or before your day gets going. Keep that in mind. Also keep in mind, obviously, your morning commute will be quite wet. Either way, today, second half day trends much nicer. Great news for anybody who's trying to get out and about, whether it's down to the Oregon District, whether it's down at the ballpark, or maybe just hanging out in your backyard. Better news is much of tomorrow also looks good, although tomorrow night, more rain is possible.
Papa Smurf, I don't know. And a pop music star is about to join the Blue Gang and get to work. Rihanna made a surprise appearance at CinemaCon 2023 to announce she has a new role in the upcoming Smurfs movie. So excited for this. The singer and actress will voice Smurfette. She's famously known as the only female Smurf in their village. Rihanna says she'll also be providing new original music for the film. Paramount Animation is slated to release the Smurfs movie in theaters in February of 2025. Great move here.
We saw a helicopter and then we saw the truck, so we walked on over to see if there really was a cow.
And what did you see?
We really saw a cow.
I was standing kind of by the truck and it looked like a rodeo. It was crazy.
Oh, you can see that rodeo behind me right here. Oh my gosh, the senior prank that turned into some serious trouble yesterday morning in Niles, Illinois. Authorities got a call about people running through a neighborhood along with a steer on the loose. That doesn't look like that big of a little one. Anyways, they responded, and with the help from a farmer, were finally able to corral the cow and get it into a trailer. Police learned that students had purchased the animal and were trying to take it to school when it got away from them. Luckily, no one was hurt. The students involved in the incident were issued local citations to appear in court. The school administration is doing its own internal investigation. And I personally did not partake in a senior prank per se, but others did. I remember when I was I think a sophomore, the senior class from that year put shrimp in the lockers before spring break. And then when we came back, that building stank.
That sounds about right.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it was so bad.
I don't think we did a senior prank, but I know we had senior skip day.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Our senior prank was okay, this is a Mason High School thing where you ride like anything but a car to school. So like there were a bunch of people doing tractors or whatever. I rode my bike.
Did you have like a little bell on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had the playing card in the spokes.
A tractor would be
crazy.
fun. Yeah, what about you, Nick?
No, I don't think our school had a senior prank. I can't remember it. Obviously, it was 8 generations ago, so we could have. But I was also not involved in it.
Probably the greatest generation. Yeah, those kids though, and that bull, that steer, whatnot, they're in so much trouble.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, one of them's got to have an Aussie Shepherd or a cattle dog. Just run the dog. That's what they're used for.
Or
Herd
just
the
have
animal
a parent,
to school.
A responsible adult help you.
Yeah.
Let an adult help you with your senior prank.
I mean, I'm sure someone would have.
Yeah, how does that conversation work? Hey, Mom and Dad, I got a question for you. Can I just borrow $10? And oh yeah, can you help me, drive with the steer to school? Don't worry about the reason. Just it'll be funny.
Yeah, I'm sure they're facing the music. Should be fun for them.
Yeah.
We got a lot more coming up on ABC 22 in the morning at 6 a.m.
Party at the Plaza tonight in the Water District. A live look at Dayton Ballpark. Just ahead, we'll tell you about the fun tonight.
A century-old company getting ready for a major expansion. At 6, the project Home and Plating is taking on, and how much they plan to spend.
You're watching Your Day. Good morning, I'm Alex King.
And I'm Nathan Edwards. Here's 3 quick stories to get your day started. Tomorrow, Honor Flight returns to the Miami Valley. It's a great opportunity. If you want to welcome some veterans home, show up at the airport between 7 and 7:30 p.m.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I mean, it's an amazing opportunity. I know Adam Arrow has been along for the flight. It's so meaningful for these veterans.
I was going to say, they probably really appreciate that support. And Shaq's chicken chain expanding. Miamisburg was the first location for Big Chicken in Ohio. They now plan to add new spots throughout the Buckeye State. Have you been there?
No, I have not, but if Shaq likes it, it's got to be pretty good, right?
Yeah.
You'd think.
I'm sure.
I mean, I love fried chicken.
Same.
One sandwich is called the Shaq Daddy. Oh, yeah. And Killer Brownie is now available nationwide. They're partnering with NextBite to expand delivery of this Miami Valley staple. Killer Brownies are just...
Plant-based salted fudge brownie. Yum.
Look at her face. That is me eating Killer Brownies too.
That's me eating any chocolate.
It's like, yes.
I love me some brownies though.
So
like
good.
the cosmic brownies.
Oh.
A live look at Day Air Ballpark tonight. Showers are lingering in the Miami Valley this morning as you get ready for your morning commute. It's ugly out there.
Yeah, it's a little wet in the Water Street district this morning. So let's check in with meteorologist Nick Maruziak. Nick, this has got to dry up, man. We got plans this weekend.
Oh, you got plans? Well, looky you. I just get to go home and relax. Well, you know what? Frankly, I may end up downtown at some point because, frankly, it should be actually pretty okay second half of the day. We are getting some showers across the greater Sydney area over towards Muncie. But once you get down to Dayton, it's definitely turned to more of a sprinkle, drizzle, maybe a light rain shower at the absolute most. If you are putting the kids on the bus, generally cloudy once you get past 7 this morning, so there could still be some showers across the north, but I'm talking Dayton and Point South. It's going to be quiet. Now, back to the ballpark, right? We've got Party at the Plaza tonight. Temperatures mid-60s at first pitch, so pretty nice outside. It will be in the 7th inning into the upper 50s. You're probably going to need a jacket for the baseball players. It'll be fine. And if you are walking around downtown and you happen to stumble into me, say hello. I'll be friendly, I promise you. As for this morning's commute, we are looking at some wet roads outside. Consider that in mind as you plan out your morning commute. It is going to be a little bit slower moving across the area.
This morning, 5 employees at an O'Reilly's Auto Parts in West Milton are preparing for possible trials. They're accused of participating in a scam costing the store more than $10,000.
It seems like you would get something in return. All the employees are claiming they got nothing in return. They were doing it merely for the fact this guy was returning them as a warranty.
Police say a businessman was returning items at the store for new ones under warranty. Some of the items weren't even bought at an O'Reilly's. Officers arrested 5 employees that were in on the scam. The man returning the items will speak with police this weekend with his attorney.
A new supermarket coming to Trotwood. Clara Faith tells us how it's going to help the community.
Trotwood's Mayor Mary McDonald announced on Facebook that the GFS supermarket is relocating to Salem Avenue next to Big Lots. Many people in the community are excited the store will be in a bigger location. The Trotwood Community Improvement Corporation said in part, quote, "The city of Trotwood has been working with Gordon Food Service since 2019 to expand its grocery offerings to provide more options for residents. The community tells me this is a long time coming for GFS in the city."
That's going to be a convenient stretch. Plus, it comes right up Shallow Springs Road. I mean, it's right there in a hub of where a lot of people commute.
As of right now, Trotwood officials cannot give us a timeline when the store will open. However, the city and the GFS will be doing an official announcement in a couple weeks. Now back to you.
This morning, authorities in Montgomery, Hamilton counties need your help, and they need you to look out for this man right here. They're searching for 21-year-old James Cameron. He's wanted on several charges, including aggravated robbery and felonious assault. Now, if you know where he may be, call Dayton Police or Miami Valley Crime Stoppers. Both those numbers are right there on your screen. They're also on our website at Dayton247now.com.
Police are still searching for the suspect in a reported shooting in Harrison Township. It happened along North Main Street yesterday around 11. People called police saying a man was wearing a ski mask and firing shots at the Brookview Place apartments. When officers got there, the suspect reportedly went inside the building. SWAT teams then started looking for him. So far, police haven't arrested anyone.
Right now, a local pet sanctuary needs your help covering medical costs for an animal in need. Our Farm Sanctuary is caring for this cat who was set on fire on Autumn Wood Drive. This story just makes me so mad. Police say a witness told them someone casually flicked a cigarette at the cat. The animal then caught fire. Sanctuary volunteers say when they picked up the cat, they smelled gas or another accelerant. Now, the cat is now recovering, fortunately, at the care center. You can track his progress and donate at ourfarmsanctuary.org. They do great work there. You can see on your screen or by visiting their Facebook page.
Attorney General Dave Yost now back home after a visit to Sinclair Community College. He stopped by yesterday to honor the community college's police academy with the Star Academy designation. That's for agencies going above and beyond in their basic training of peace officers. It requires a rigorous review of policies and methods from the Ohio Peace Officer Training Academy.
Hey guys, I'm here at the plaza just outside of Day Air Ballpark, where the first ever Water Street District Party of the Plaza is going to be happening this Friday. It's going to be a great opportunity to come down here, be part of the community here in downtown Dayton, just ahead of the Dayton Dragons game Friday night. Party of the Plaza starts at 5:30, runs till 7:30. There's going to be plenty of games. They're going to have food vendors out here, live entertainment, so should be a great event. Then afterwards, you just hop on inside the stadium and enjoy the Dayton Dragons game against the Lake County Captains. Should overall be a good time. They're going to be holding 2 other events later in the summer, once in June, another in September for their Party in the Plaza series. So come on down to the Water Street District and have a good time. Back to you guys in the studio. This is so cool because I know there's a lot of people just looking to get out right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And it should be a good weekend. Hopefully the rain goes away.
Yeah.
We'll hear from Nick about that in a little bit. But
he's working on it.
6:06 is our time right now. Don't forget you can get your headlines scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
And your weather right here on the side of your screen all morning long, even during commercials.
Having a tough time when it comes to your favorite foods? Could you have a food addiction? And Liz Bonus, bit of controversy about this. We'll share it just ahead.
You're watching Your Day.
Good morning, everybody. We are waking up to some scattered rain showers right now, mainly across the northern half of our area. As you scoot further to the south, Dayton and Wilmington, Lebanon, even the Springboro area has significantly cleared out. The wide view does show that things should become much clearer here over the course of the morning hours. So probably as soon as 9 a.m., a lot of the showers will have moved out into our north and west. Once we get in the second half of the day, there could be just enough moisture for 1 or 2 showers, by and large, that's the exception rather than the rule. I think it'll probably be more, let's just say, cloudy skies. Saturday itself, cloudy skies across the area up until overnight. This is when a cold front moves through. Guess what? Here we go again. More rain on its way for overnight Saturday and into Sunday. Sunday, more showers are possible. Sunday begins a string of some much cooler temperatures as well. You might as well enjoy today while it lasts because things are going to be wet again later on during Saturday, and that could continue into parts of early next week. As for traffic this morning, things are right now moving pretty steadily across the area, despite the fact that we have had that wet weather across much of the Miami Valley. Some of us actually got some periods of heavier rain overnight. The only incident right now on Alex Bell Road. So you two, let's see, we've got Party at the Plaza tonight. We've got the Out on 5th. We've got garage sales tomorrow. I could see Nathan doing garage sales tomorrow, you know, showing up and just, yeah. You're more of an antique person, though, right?
Yeah, but you never know what you can find at garage sales, man. I have my eyes set on a few things. I found like this antique marble end table, and it just needed a little cleanup, and it was like $5, but it was like from the 1920s and valued online at like $700. Isn't that crazy? You never know what you're going to find out there. Go look around and have some fun.
Alex, comment. You ever go to a garage sale before, or
I mean, maybe when I was like 10 years old.
Guys, is treasure hunting. I channel my inner Indiana Jones.
We don't need any more stuff in our house. We're good.
You show up with the whip and
I do. I know my sans whip. I'm good.
Okay.
Our time right now is 6:12. Still to come this morning, a century-old company getting ready for a major expansion. Just ahead, the project Home and Plating is taking on and how much they plan to spend.
You're watching Your Day.
A recent survey found 1 in 8 of us say we're addicted to certain foods.
Medical reporter Liz Bonas shares what may be behind that and why a true food addiction is a bit controversial.
Hey there, everybody. It is hard not to look at some of our favorite foods and not feel when we can't stop eating them that we are truly addicted. Foods like pizza and junk food, as we call them, new research in the journal Nature shows may contribute to that ability to not be able to stop eating them with what's called hyperpalatability. Here's what nutritionists at the Cleveland Clinic say that means.
It's a food that studies have shown that really kind of hijack areas in the brain. So they'll make you feel great. That's one thing they'll do. They'll take away the sensation of fullness. So when we look at something that's hyper palatable, it's very hard to stop eating that.
Now, to reduce the odds then of overeating, swapping out a few of these hyper palatable foods might help. For some, healthy foods that are satisfying can help you sort of balance your eating. But therapist Sydney Hayes of Ohio's Linder Center of Hope says it doesn't mean if we can't do this that we have a true food addiction, and here's why.
The idea that you can be addicted to food is an interesting one because food is a basic need. Food is something that we have to survive. There isn't any other basic need that anyone would consider something you can be addicted to.
Hayes says trying to restrict foods because you feel like you can't stop eating them can contribute to disordered eating.
The idea is that we need to take care of our bodies, and our bodies are actually super smart and will tell us what we need. So there are a lot of disorders where this is particularly important, such as anorexia, bulimia, binge eating disorder, avoidant restrictive food intake disorder.
She now counsels people often on a relationship with food and says that this can help you address some of those personal eating concerns. I'm medical reporter Liz Bonas. Now back to you.
Good morning, everybody. We did wake up to some showers across the area. It has been a morning where not only there's been showers, but some cooler temperatures as well for the northwest. Check out the wind chills. This is interesting. It's in the mid to upper 30s, Salina, Greenville, Richmond. Then you see the 40s, Dayton at 45. And then 50. So this is a reminder what it feels like outside. And that's just due to the fact that we have a range of temperatures from the 40s into the 50s. It's actually, frankly, quite mild right now in Dayton, at least comparatively. That's some good news because, frankly, I was getting sick of that cold weather. Unfortunately, the warm up came with some showers. A lot of the showers have actually moved to the north. I'm not saying we're done with drops of rain or sprinkles, drizzle, what have you. I am saying, by and large, the bulk of the heavy-duty rain, meaning the stuff that actually adds up to measurable rainfall, has now moved into the greater Sydney, Lima area. This is continuing to march about 20-30 miles an hour, so I wouldn't doubt by 9 a.m. this actually exits completely out of the Miami Valley. As for the rest of today, the good news is if you're planning things out, whether it's going to the Oregon district, maybe hanging out in the backyard with the kids, great day for that. Maybe just you've missed your window for mowing the lawn based on all the rain that we had today. Not unless you have a way to clip those, get the clippings, because yeah, not fun. As for tomorrow, temperatures mid to upper 60s, then 50s, and yes, 40s. That'll be some 20 degrees below average for Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday should be a little bit milder, more importantly drier, because this morning, anything but a dry morning commute as you head out the roads. No matter where you are, whether it's Wagner Ford, Needmore, Main Street, 70 at 75, everything is sopping wet out there, and the big concern is just, you know, the wet roads leading to some slick conditions. Let's head over to Columbus, see what's going on there.
Good morning to you on this Friday. Very soggy out there on the roadways, so go ahead, give yourself extra time, especially if you're going to be heading our way. We are looking good, though. 70 eastbound lanes, starting to see traffic build a little bit. A lot of ponding on those roadways. So again, if you're going to be heading our way, you will need extra drive time. Right now, we're only seeing one accident in the metro area. That's going to be those 315 northbound lanes as you're working your way up from downtown Columbus. That happening very early on, which we usually don't have anything going on until we get a little further in the morning. So we're seeing things moving in downtown nicely, but again, we are definitely seeing a lot of water on the roadways. 670 doing pretty good over here as folks are moving their way towards the airport exit as of right now. So give yourself, again, extra drive time, be careful, and enjoy your Friday. I'm Katie McKee with your Triple Team Traffic.
A century-old Dayton company is embarking on a $12.5 million expansion project. Homan Plating in North Dayton is expanding its facilities by more than 26,000 square feet. It's part of the company's growth strategy. It hopes to double its sales, reaching $40 million by the end of the year. Homan Plating offers metal finishing and coating services to a wide variety of industries and is one of the top metal finishing shops in North America and worldwide. To read more about this story and others like it, head to Dayton247l.com, click on the News tab, and select Dayton Business Journal.
Ohio State researchers have put out a new study shedding light on the deeper meaning behind selfies. OSU analyzed 6 studies involving 2,100 people. They found people did not whip out their phones to take self-portraits only for vanity or for self-promotion, even if they were doing it for social media. The researchers gave the example of someone at the beach with a friend. They say taking a photo of the ocean can capture the physical experience of a beautiful and relaxing day, but taking a selfie together captures the bigger meaning of spending time with a friend.
Yeah, and we took our own selfie. It's up on the Your Day Facebook page right now, so go check it out. Our time right now is 6:21. Digital producer Max waiting in the wings. We got a fun poll question coming up here in just a couple of minutes.
You're watching Your Day.
Time for today's pet of the day, and this one is actually a little bit of a story. So Meyer was sent in by Tammy. Tammy happens to be the mother of one of our production assistants here at the studio, and how we found that out is because Tammy told her daughter, who again works here, and said, "Hey, I got the email. I've got pet of the day." And this is, again, just a completely random coincidence. I swear, there's times where, yes, we do choose someone here's pet, but this is not one of those, not on purpose. As for today, partly to mostly cloudy. Could be a couple of showers somewhere in the area, but by and large, I think the rain has exited out, so we're not going to be dealing with any type of heavy-duty weather for the rest of today. Instead, just maybe a couple of residual showers during the latter stages of the morning. As for your morning commute thus far, things are looking pretty wet outside, so unfortunately for anybody traveling to and from work, you know, things are obviously going to be a little bit more slow out there, but it probably would come in hand if you had, let's say, teleportation or something similar there, right?
Oh, yeah, and that brings us to our poll question of the day. Max the man is here. And Max, what is our question?
Today is National Superhero Day. So I want to know, if you were a superhero, what would be your superpower?
All right, Alex.
I commented and said teleportation.
Now why?
Because I just want to be able to go wherever I want. Like, I want to be able to wake up and put on my clothes and just be like, boom, I'm at work.
Yeah, but you still probably end up 5 minutes late wherever you go. Like, think about it. You'd be sleeping in that extra
Yeah,
10
true.
minutes.
I would sleep in
I get cocky
even
so
more.
fast.
But I would also just like travel the world.
Yeah, that'd be
Like,
sweet.
Italy? I don't want to be at work.
Italy, bam, that'd be great. Yeah, just this guy have a cool sound.
But Nathan, you also commented, and I want explanation from you. You said grappling hooks for hands.
Yeah, and before you judge, this is pretty sweet. Okay?
We're judging.
So think about this: equal parts like Batman shooting, like and climbing the buildings, and then also maybe equal parts Sub-Zero, like get over here, you know, like. But no, I don't want real hands. I just want hooks for hands. I have problems eating dinner, but it'd be cool.
Yeah, like, can you like turn them back to normal hands? Is it like a cyborg kind
Like-
of?
like
I feel like you might as well just have spider web shooting
I
out.
flip them open, and then my regular hands pop out. I'm like,
Yeah.
hi, remember these? No, I don't know.
Like, you'd be Go-Go Gadget Man. That's what you'd be.
Yes, yes.
Like, you just be like, I need that from the top shelf.
Yeah, and then I go defeat Dr. Claw, and he'd be like, I'll get you, Gadget. Right?
I don't remember
What
that
about you
show
really
that
quickly?
well. I mean, gosh, I don't know. Maybe just getting the screw, like, threaded the first time. I keep it real simple. That's a superpower.
Hey,
I can never get that right.
Go back to your crosswords, Nick. All right, Max will be back in the next hour. Go chime in right now on Facebook. Our time right now, 6:27. Still to come, a live look at Day Air Ballpark this morning. The Dragons falling last night 2-1, but we've got some excitement brewing. Party at the Plaza is tonight, and we've got more baseball. Nick's got to check your forecast coming up.
And the pick is in. Just ahead, Matt Digny looks back at the first round of the NFL draft and a big night for the Buckeyes.
But first, here's Stacey Bell with America's Steals and Deals.
The following segment is sponsored by Naki.
So, what if I told you that American drivers spend an average of nearly 18,000 minutes behind the wheel each year? That's according to a survey from AAA. And with extreme weather like the hurricanes and the floods we've all been seeing in the news, we really do need to be prepared for emergencies in our cars. That's why I always keep the React multi-tool in my glove compartment. This is a 7-in-1 tool, and it can seriously save your life. It's common for a car door or seat belt to jam after a crash, and if that happens, this little device, it can act as a seatbelt cutter, a window glass breaker. React also has portable power as well. It just plugs into your car's cigarette lighter port, so it's always right next to you. You just grab it when you need it. And I love this because you know in an emergency, every second counts. React also has a power bank, so it's going to keep you connected to your family and friends, so they won't be worried about you in a crisis. Plus, it has an SOS audible alarm, a flashlight, and a flashing red signal. I really like this. I'm going to get one for all of my friends and family members because everybody's in the car just driving all over the place, and this could really make a difference.
Right now on asadeals.com, we are offering an exclusive 44% off. So get one for you or share the gift of safety with someone you love.
Good morning, I'm Nathan Edwards.
And I'm Alex King. Here are 3 quick stories to get your day started. The Museum of the U.S. Air Force sharing these images and showing restoration efforts on the country's most famous World War I training plane. The Curtiss JN-4D Jenny will be back on display this summer.
Jenny is going to be back, as Forrest Gump would say. Look at that. That's pretty sweet.
That's really cool.
Yeah, they got a lot of neat planes in there. Love it. And a pub owner in Wales says a former regular is haunting his bar. He says this video shows Dave smashing a drink. Okay, what is happening right here? I don't see anything.
It's not playing.
I don't know.
Is it?
That would creep me out. Okay, I do kind of believe in the ghosties a little bit, and I'm not going to lie.
Do you?
My grandma turns my TV
I don't
off
believe in
at my
ghosts.
house. Just throwing it out there.
Sure, it's not a surge in your...
It happens. No, I'm telling you.
Short in your cable. All right. And King Charles announced his sister, Princess Anne, will be his official bodyguard during the coronation. In the 1970s, the Princess Royal resisted an attempted kidnapper, telling him, quote, "Not bloody likely."
I don't know. That was, I mean, your impression there was just spot on.
Not bloody likely.
I don't have anything else beyond that because it's just perfection.
And this morning, talk about the Royals.
And Bellbrook, Sugar Creek's Board of Education under fire this morning after saying the schools will no longer protect students from bullying based on sexual orientation and gender identity.
Gwyneth Lund was at the heated meeting and has the community fallout.
Board members voted to approve the change to their anti-discrimination policy, removing sexual orientation and gender identity from its anti-harassment policy.
This is what the policy looked like prior to the changes made last night. Those words in parentheses have now been taken out.
I feel just like devastated for my future at this high school and for the upcoming students who are gonna follow in my footsteps. They said that they listened to our claims, but what they said afterwards in their discussion completely said otherwise.
The board argues the previous policy was too broad and the change does not reduce the safety of students.
Our board policy, I find, is overly broad and in generality, and it doesn't properly summarize the law as it applies to our district in all circumstances.
Just before the nearly 5-hour-long meeting adjourned, the board made one last motion to revise their policy to further clarify the intent of the board to protect specific populations. But some parents say that doesn't restore their confidence in their school board.
Until they can accept those words and what they mean to my student, the other students who we love and care for in our district, then I don't have any confidence that any further speaking to their amendments is going to make a difference.
We will continue to follow this story and bring you the latest information on air and online as soon as it becomes available.
Reporting in Bellbrook, I'm Gwyneth Falloon.
Rain still continues across portions of our area, the northern half, but the good news is if you're putting the kids on the bus and you will live south of Dayton, you're basically done with the rain for much of the daytime today. And I say the reason why much, because there's still a shot of 1 or 2 sprinkles, light showers in and around the Miami Valley later on. But frankly, the bulk of the rain has already passed out of the southern half of our area, which is good news because don't forget, we've got Party at the Plaza. We've got the first pitch. That's tonight. Mostly cloudy for that. Mostly cloudy through the 7th inning. Temperatures somewhere in ballpark around 60 degrees. See the pun there? Ballpark. Get it? Boo. As for this morning, though, we are going to continue to see a wet morning commute across the area. The rain overnight was quite heavy at times, so there may be some standing water. Give yourself that extra time as you head out the door.
Second pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select C.J. Stroud, quarterback, Ohio State.
A dream coming true for former Ohio State Buckeye C.J. Stroud during the first round of the NFL Draft. Matt Digby recaps a huge night for the Scarlet and Gray.
Good morning. I'm Matt Digby with a look at sports. The NFL Draft beginning last night in Kansas City. Over the last few days, there was some talk that Ohio State quarterback C.J. Stroud would fall well down the draft board. Well, all that talk turned out to be just talk. Stroud going second overall to the Houston Texans after Carolina took Alabama's Bryce Young with the first pick. CJ is the highest drafted quarterback in OSU history. Paris Johnson Jr. going 6th overall to the Arizona Cardinals, and wide receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba going 20th overall to the Seahawks. More Buckeyes likely to be selected tonight or tomorrow. Cincinnati Bengals had the 28th overall pick. They chose defensive end Myles Murphy out of Clemson. He was a first-team All-ACC selection last year after playing in 13 games. He was a second-team selection with the Tigers in 2021. Now, this is the second straight draft that the Bengals have taken a defensive player in the first round after Dax Hill last year. Cincinnati will have the 60th overall pick in round 2 tonight and also the 92nd pick in round 3. That'll do it for sports. I'm Matt Digby.
And tonight, coverage of the second and third round can be found right here on ABC 22 with the 33rd pick starting at 7. Tonight kicks off the Spring Fling in Greene County. They're starting with a silent auction, appetizers, and dinner tonight at the Fairgrounds and Expo Center. Sounds like a good old time. And Good Day Dayton's Tej Joshi is the MC. Oh, he's going to bring the heat. Tickets are $90 and are on sale right now. All proceeds benefit the Family Violence Prevention Center of Greene County. And of course, tomorrow in downtown Xenia, the Spring Fling celebration is in full swing. Get excited for that. Okay, so you want to head out at noon. Family friendly stuff, carnival games, petting zoo,
food trucks.
Yeah, petting zoos
everything you need.
They always have like the goats.
Yeah.
Me and goats do not get along too well.
So we'll be there.
They give me that evil stare, those little soulless eyes of theirs. Anyways, I need to go to therapy for that. Our time right now, 6:39. Don't forget, and get your headlines scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
And your weather on the side of the screen all morning long, even during commercials.
Love at first sight. Just ahead in Tales of Love, Elise Coulter introduces us to a diva and furry friend, providing some joy.
You're watching Your Day.
The Dayton 24/7 Now News app, brought to you by the Jeff Schmidt Auto Group.
Welcome to the Watson's Weather Patio, where this morning it's still sopping wet outside, but it is also starting to get just a little bit, maybe not necessarily drier is the right word, but we're starting to see at least a little bit less actually falling from the sky. In addition, temperatures this morning run the gamut. We've got anything from the 40s to the north and west to 50 degrees plus to the southeast. Kind of an interesting setup because, frankly, Dayton area is right in between, which means it's comfortable enough that I'm not that cool out here in this sweatshirt, or should I say sweater, and a long sleeve shirt underneath, but I think that after maybe an hour or two, I would start to get cool. Sun's just about to start to rise as well, so things should warm up rather rapidly. We'll get into the mid to upper 60s later on today.
Sometimes love can be found online, and a picture was really worth 1,000 words for one woman. Elise Coulter brings you a story of love at first sight in this month's Tales of Love.
Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, bring it back. That's a good girl.
You could say Nancy T and Pandora are best friends.
So her full name is Princess Pandora.
A perfectly fitting name.
And then here she is wearing her birthday dress.
For a fluffy redhead.
It was her 1-year adoptive birthday.
In a pink princess dress.
She has 3 of those type of dresses. One for St. Patrick's Day, one for Valentine's Day, and then this is her very special little diva dress. It's her princess dress.
A diva with a big heart. Pandora and her owner Nancy visit those living at Story Point Senior Living in Troy.
She brings them so much joy and happiness. As she's going down the hall, you can just see the people light up. It's a real ministry, and this whole thing has just bloomed into things that I could never imagine.
It's bloomed just like the relationship between Nancy and her sweet, smiling-faced Pandora.
She's such a valued member of our family. She brings us joy every day with her little antics, so much love that she gives to us. She's just really an adorable, precious addition to our family.
A precious addition that Nancy hopes happens for everyone, but especially for the senior dogs.
If you're going along in the kennels and you notice an older dog, you may want to take a second look, because it's not really the quantity of life, but it's the quality of life, which is so important.
A quality of life Nancy is thankful for.
It's a very good feeling that we can give this to her, and she seems to really enjoy it.
Elise Coulter, Dayton 24/7 Now.
They look like a match made in heaven. If you have any interest in finding a companion of your own, you can head over to the Humane Society of Greater Dayton's website to check them out. That's hs8dayton.org.
6:45. Is that 6:45? Oh, shoot. 6:45
Yeah,
is our time right now.
by, girl.
Please don't stop the music. It's a new music alert just ahead. Rihanna's big announcement and the new job she's taking on.
You're watching Your Day.
Weather Window, presented by the National Weather Desk.
Thursday was an active one in Panama City Beach, Florida, from waterspouts to lightning, including hail the size of quarters and ping pong balls. Also seen along the beach, these clouds resembling clumps of cotton. They're called mammatus clouds. Even though they don't generate severe weather, they can be found along with severe thunderstorms and sometimes with storms that aren't so strong.
For more content like this, like the National Weather Desk on Facebook.
Good morning, everybody. We're going to start things out here off Alex Bell and 48. This is the scene of an earlier incident that has since been towed away. And the reason why we're out here is obvious. It's wet roads. And the concern for this morning isn't necessarily what's still falling, but rather what's left over from all the rain overnight. From Dayton basically south, we have now cleared out. The heaviest of rain has now been shunted off into Auglaize and Mercer counties. Even the Sydney area is starting to lighten up this morning, but a lot of views like this, gray, dang, damp, whatever you want to call it, that is what it is right now. So as you kick off your day here, it is going to be maybe not the best. However, later on today, not too shabby. Cloudy skies with temperatures in the mid-60s. By the time we get into the evening, it may cool off a handful of degrees. So if you're heading out to, let's say, the ball game or Oregon District, of course, we're out on the 5th. This is a Friday night. Some of us want to get some dinner outside, maybe do some walking. Not going to be too shabby for that. A little bit cool overnight with temperatures eventually falling in the upper 40s by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow itself should be back into the 60s. From there, we'll fall all the way into the upper 50s. And from there, it's upper 40s Monday and perhaps even Tuesday. As for traffic, this morning, we're so far so quiet with the exception of that Alex Bell. We haven't had too much. And of course, as I say that, literally something pops up. Accident Wayne Ave in John Glenn Road. Another one well out to the west at Farmersville, West Carroll Pike at Germantown Liberty Road. So those are the two incidents, but nothing on the interstates as of right now.
Papa Smurf, and a pop music star is about to join the Blue Gang and get to work.
Killed it.
Rihanna made a surprise appearance at CinemaCon 2023 to announce she has a new role in the upcoming Smurfs movie. The singer and actress will voice Smurfette. She's famously known as the only female Smurf in their village. Rihanna says she'll also be providing new original music for the film. Paramount Animation is slated to release the Smurfs movie in the theaters in February of 2025.
They just had a bunch of Smurfs movies not that long ago, so I guess they're rebooting them.
I mean, 2025, we still have a while, but
I guess so. I mean,
yeah.
Gargamel. That was my favorite character.
Oh, yeah.
The evil one. But didn't he have the cat, too? Like, I know we're pulling out all the comic book heroes and villains. I've already talked about Inspector Gadget, and now I'm pulling out, like, the Smurfs villains.
Deep cuts.
Yeah, man.
Showing our age.
Yeah, exactly. You show how much TV I watched as a kid when I was sick. I mean,
I watched
right?
Inspector Gadget.
Oh, yeah. It is Inspector Gadget.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's classic, all-time classic. Our time right now is 6:52. Still to come this morning. Fire crews stepping up to save a life at 7 on Fox 45. Adam Arrow highlights heroics and how they're being honored.